Hey there, little Foxy. Tonight we're speaking up for the voiceless monkeys who are being ripped from the wild, babies taken from their mothers, and tortured in laboratories. Animal Defenders International broke the story of the problems surrounding a proposed monkey breeding facility in Hendry County, Florida. ADI says thousands of monkeys may be taken from the wild in Mauritius, a country off the coast of Africa, and then shipped to this proposed monkey breeding facility in Florida, which will churn out monkeys for lab experimentation. ADI investigated what they say is the company in Mauritius that would be supplying these monkeys, and they caught on tape horrifying abuse. Workers swinging monkeys by their tails, tearing babies away from their mothers, injecting them without anesthesia. Is any U.S. government agency studying whether this facility should even be built? Apparently not. No one. We reached out to the governor of Florida. He told us it's a federal issue. So we reached out to the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Services. They told us contact the USDA. The USDA said, they're only going to check out the facility once it's built. The Hendry County, Florida commissioners say they just cover the zoning, that federal and state permits have to be obtained prior to commencement. Which permits? Nobody will tell us. Everybody seems to be passing the buck here. Now, this is what monkey experimentation looks like. This footage out of the UK. The European Union has outlawed the use of apes and wild monkeys caught for experiments. I believe the U.S. needs to do the same. Straight out to my very special guest, Wayne Pacelli, president of the Humane Society of the United States. Wayne, critics are saying this proposed facility is a step backward. The government is really not looking into it. What's the underlying problem here?
Well, Jane, I think you've got it right. I mean, we are moving away as a nation and broadly as a global community from using primates in invasive experiments. The United States is stopping the use of chimpanzees in government-owned facilities and also essentially stopping private facilities from using government-owned chimps because we realize, number one, that they're no longer useful, that we have alternatives to the use of chimps, and also that these are highly intelligent, sociable animals, and there's a moral problem in using them. I think we at the Humane Society of the United States are asking many of those same questions about the usefulness of the research and the availability of alternatives, and also the moral problems associated with using primates. The New England Regional Primate Center, which is part of Harvard, is shutting down its doors. Other primate facilities are shrinking numbers. Why are we expanding the use of primates in breeding facilities at a time when the world is moving in the opposite direction? Just as a business decision, it seems completely opposite of where we need to be going.
Well, the industry that breeds monkeys has apparently found a relatively poor county in Florida that's very unpopulated, sparsely populated, and they found their sweet spot, as it were. As medicine and technology gets more sophisticated, as you mentioned, Wayne, there's more alternatives every day to animal testing. In fact, many people believe this kind of experimentation is holding back progress by eating up grant money that could be better used in more sophisticated experiments. The Humane Society of the United States is now pushing a bill in Congress to outlaw the sale of any animal-tested cosmetics in the United States. Wayne, a lot of people say, oh, well, this is saving lives. Well, a lot of times it's just about some product that could be made in another way. Tell us about your bill.
Well, it's called the Humane Cosmetics Act, and it essentially stops the United States from continuing to test on animals for cosmetics. Where the European Union, all 28 nations of the EU are complying with this standard. India just banned the use of animals for cosmetic tests, and even China is making progress. We have alternatives that are safer, faster, cheaper. Why are we just clinging to the continued use of animals when we have alternatives available? Absolutely the case with cosmetics. No need to do it. We need to pass this federal legislation.
Wayne, I thank you for coming on. I know you're very busy. I know you're fighting for animals in Congress. American people, get involved. You can go to my Facebook page and see how to contact your lawmaker and tell that person to pass this bill. We have it all. And go to thehumanesociety.org and get involved, because these monkeys are terrified. You can see it. They can't speak for themselves. They need your help. Together, we can make a change and bring the United States into the 21st century. Nancy's next.